त्यांची गडबड इकडे जाते. तिथं तिथं नाही. आपण सकाळी पीपीटी इकडे बोलवली फेसबुकमध्येच करू काय तर करा प्रिन्सिपल सर.
All faculties are requested to please sit down.
Maintain silence, please.
Maintain silence. The session will get started in 5 minutes.
लिंक पाठवली आहे. तुमचे जे कोणी कार्यकर्ते आहेत त्यांना लवकर जॉईन करा. मला फर्स्ट 100 लोक गुगल मीटला येऊ शकतात. आत्ता पाठवली की त्याला सरांनी एफडीपीच्या ग्रुपला पाठवली नाही. रिकरिंग मीटिंग बंद केली आपण आता. त्याची लिंक काम नाही करते ना. नवीन क्रिएट केली. एफडीपीच्या ग्रुपवर पाठवा. एव्हरीवन जॉईन मीटिंग गुगल मीटली. तुमचे पार्टिसिपेंट मग म्हणत होते ना की जॉईन होत नाही आहेत का. त्यांनी स्पेसिफिकली ज्यांनी विचारलं ना त्यांना सांगा की जॉईन होता 100 व्हायच्या आधी.
दो ही झाला मेरा फेसबुक नहीं झाला.
फेसबुक पूरा नहीं है.
जाने तो अभी डाला नहीं है. दोनों अटेंड करो. और एक्सेप्ट करो.
यूट्यूब अपने चालू कर दिए क्या. ये दिख रहा है क्या.
हाँ ये दिख रहा है ना. दिख रहा है ना.
ये देखिए. हाँ ये चालू है. इसीलिए तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. वो चाहते हैं क्या.
Hello. All faculties are requested to please maintain silence. The session is online, so please maintain silence. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. So we will continue with this session.
सेशन बंद होतं. पूरा नाही सेशन बंद होतं. Which one, sir?
इनको दिखता नहीं है ना.
नहीं.
टारगेट जस्टिफिकेशंस कंपैरिजन गाइडलाइन नीचे वाला कर दो. हाँ हाँ नीचे जाओ इससे. ये सब से नीचे जाओ. शेयर नहीं होता है.
होतं.
नहीं आता. हाँ बस 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 जाऊ दे वरती.
फर्स्ट.
जाऊ दे. बस बस बस.
विच वन, सर.
हे मधल्या काढून मधल्या डायरेक्ट जम्प मारायचं. हां इथे घ्यायची.
विच वन.
हां
दिस.
त्याच्या खाली नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट. कैसे करेंगे आप. सीधा उधर चले जाएंगे
Yes,
या
yes.
पहला सीधा उधर से चलेंगे.
I'll jump to the style directly. Okay.
So good afternoon to all of you. Speak high आपने, no, it's difficult another. Now what we will go discuss now. You are completed, most of the colleges they are completed their NAC. Okay. So exactly how you differentiate NAC from NBA and how we set the target for PO. These two questions we will address now. As far as NAC is concerned, you know that we have total 7 criteria and 1000 marks are there. So as far as mark is concerned, both NBA as well as NAC having equal weightage. Okay, and therefore I am saying that once your NAC accredited institute is there, so to do the NBA is not that much difficult task. Only the point is what, how to do the CO-PO mapping and the course PO mapping and the course analysis, their gaps. Only that part additional you have to consider thoroughly in case of NBA. Now, when NAC is there, in the NAC we have first criteria curricular aspect, and if you see the weightage is of 100 marks. Now, similarly, same content. If you go for NBA basically 10 criteria are there, and in that 10 criteria, 7 criteria at program level, department level. Okay, and remaining 3 criteria, 8, 9, 10, institute level. Means institute level criteria, institute NBA coordinator we will represent in association with head of the institute, and for these 3 criteria, chairman is responsible. In NBA, in NAC, you will find that 3-member committee is there, 1 chairman and 2 members, correct? And in NBA also, same thing is there, 1 chairman and 2 members for each program. Here for institute, in this case for each program. So overall, 3-member committee is there, and the chairman will address these 3 issues. Therefore, the weightage of 280 marks, 220 marks is in the hand of chairman, which is common for all. So if you apply for 5 departments, so 5 department, 220 marks evaluation is carried out by a single person chairman. Therefore, it's very essential and important that we should focus it thoroughly on these marks, and it's very easy marks, so you are getting it. Now remaining these first 7 criteria related to the department, related to your programs, and in that the first curricular aspect, 2 points are mapping. Number 1 is vision, mission, program educational objectives. Okay. Number 2 is program, curricular and teaching learning process. 180 marks. Slightly plus and minus, but equal weightage is there. Now, if you go for the criteria 2 of NAC, teaching, learning and evaluation, 350 marks. These 350 marks, again, some of the points from program, curriculum, plan, and teaching learning process. Number 1, course outcome and program outcomes, which we have discussed in morning session. Then student performance, yes, result and all. And last one is first year academics. Now in this case, first year academic we have made separate. And program level means at program level, second year, third year and final year evaluation is going on. And centrally first year evaluation is present. Okay. So next criteria 3, research, innovation and extension as far as NAC is concerned with 110 marks. This you will find here faculty information and contribution. Almost expectation is same. Because here the difference is research, innovation, extension 110 marks. You will find here 200 marks for faculty. Means involvement of the faculty, outcome of the faculty is essential, important. Now student support and progression 140 marks. This you will map with continuous improvement 50 marks and student support system 50 marks. So total 100 mark weightage is there. And last, sixth criteria, governance, leadership and management 100 marks. Sphere governance, institutional support and financial resources 120 marks. Similarly, institutional values and best practice, it comes under governance only. Means 1000 mark evaluation, both the case 1 to 7 criteria at program level, 3 criteria at institute level. Okay. Next, if this you understood, then exactly how we should proceed. So when we start it, then this criteria 8, 9, 10, you have to form again files. This is also given by the NBA. Clearly they have mentioned that I files, and that I files you will find total 59 files. So I1 to I15. And in that I files, what are the contents they are expecting? They have clearly mentioned. So you have to ensure that all is content in that file, and the chairman will evaluate this 15 for 220 marks. Then next, if you go for the program specific files, now once the principal presentation is over, after that the expert will immediately go to the department, and head of the department supposed to give the presentation of their department, and immediately after the presentation assessment starts. So interaction with faculty and the assessment starts. Now when this assessment starts, the baseline for that is their program specific files. Total 35 program specific files are there, which will cover all the 1 to 7 criteria documents, around 780 marks. Okay, 220 marks institute level, I1 to I15. Now if you start preparing that, total 35 files, then the question arises how exactly you will map this NBA and NAC. So it's very essential that there is no as such difference. Please remember that. Most of the colleges, they will prepare that if this document, NBA document, this is NAC document. Don't do any separation. Documents are same. Just you have to reshuffle it according to the files. So if you map it carefully, then your around 50-60% work will be reduced. Whatever documentation part is there, that will be reduced to 0. And therefore, what I suggest, you map or you prepare this chart or you keep this in front of you, and whatever NAC and NBA coordination is there, means if you want to go for NAC, then you know that in the NAC, qualitative and quantitative 2 criteria are there. In quantitative, you have to submit the data, then that data validated by another agency, third party agency. After validations, you will get the score. Okay. So here you have a choice. Why you have a choice? Because what sample you have to upload for quantitative data. So you can decide in which department, which activity is best. That document you can upload it, and based on that, they will go ahead. But in case of MBA, that is not the fact. They will see each and every document. So if each and every document you want to show, then you must be serious. Now another is qualitative. So if you go for NAC, quantitative evaluation online, and the weightage of quantitative evaluation is very high as compared to qualitative evaluation. And if you see that, compare it, that maximum qualitative data match with NBA. Right? So this sheet will help you to reduce your duplication of documents. No extra document is needed other than COPO mapping. Rest all documents, just you have to reshuffle it. Now coming to first criteria, what we are saying that vision, mission and program educational objectives. So if you see, they have clearly given evaluation guidelines, just like the examinations. If state the vision and mission of the department and institute. If you have, then you will get 5 marks. How that 5 marks is further divided, they have clearly mentioned. Availability of vision mission statement in the department, 1 mark. Then appropriateness and relevance of the statement. Now here you have to justify, just you have to display, and you are asking 5 marks. Appropriateness, you have to write proper how it is mapping with department as well as your institute. What are the keywords which are common for both, and in line with that your working is going on. So like this, you have to see the evaluation guidelines, and according to the evaluation guidelines, you start preparing the documentation. So in these all documents you have to keep in P35 out of P35. And if you want, you have already done your NAC, then you have to collect from criteria 6 1.1. In criteria 6 1.1 point, exactly mapping with your vision and mission. So just you have to confirm that consistency and appropriateness. These are additional words which they have not mentioned in the NAC. You have to add that. Similarly, state the program educational objectives. Yes, that is available in criteria 2 of NAC 2.6.1, which you have to keep in your file number B4. Now, how to do the program educational objective formation and administrative setup, we have discussed morning session. So that you have to put here. The next 10 marks, they have given weightage indicate where and how the vision and mission PEOs are published and disseminated among the stakeholders. So this is very important point which you have to take. All the faculty members during their emails, then notes, everywhere try to give maximum dissemination of your vision and mission. Okay, website is there, routine, when they will say that, okay, beyond that what you are doing, handwritten notes or some student notes you have given printed, add this and ensure that dissemination. Similarly, you will find this in both the files, P4 as well as I Institute level I9 file, and as far as NAC qualitative is concerned, you will find criteria 1, 2, 6, 5. These 4 criteria qualitative points mapping in the one file. Okay. Similarly, next, state the process for defining the vision and mission of the department PEOs. So that administrative setup, that you have to explain it. Here, this you can see. Then consistency of PEOs and vision mission of the department. So all these, the different point which you have to notice, alumni information and feedback. So that is missing, that you have to consider in this file. Additionally, you have to add in this file. If you complete this, then your first criteria 5 will be ready. Correct? Now what precautions you have to take? Precautions that you have to take is formation of the vision missions, how you have formulated their infrastructure, justification, appropriateness, dissemination. Okay. And please note that they will ask individual faculty also. We have an experience that they have asked some of the faculty what is your vision. Student also they will ask up to that level. So you have to train the student right now for CO, PO, PSO, PEOs as well as vision mission of the institutes. Correct? Then come to the second criteria. Second criteria is program, curriculum, teaching, learning process, 120 marks. Now, if you see that first point, 2.1 that they have given is program, curriculum. Here you will get the marks because you don't have to design the program. Entire structure is given by university, curriculum is given by university, CO is given by university, only pedagogy they will see, then rest, the Bloom's level, how you are implemented, that they will see, and accordingly, just take into consideration all these parameters and prepare the file. In that, the important point, if you see that, state the process used to identify extent of compliance of university curriculum for state attaining the POs, PSOs. Now what is expected here? You cannot say that yeah, I am affiliated to university, so that is not my job. They are expecting to get these marks over here. Every semester you have to collect the feedback from the stakeholder, then you make a note and you send that note to the university BOS member and suggestions and review that what happens in their meetings. So our affiliating institutes is expected to collect the feedbacks from all the stakeholders, make the note and submit it to the university BOS or academic, dean academic for their considerations. Okay, so then only it will be giving, means they will give you marks. Otherwise, they will give you minimum passing marks 60%. So these marks are in our hand. Whether the university or dean academic consider or not is none of your business. You have to say that I have gone to the curriculum, in the curriculum and the feedback which we have received, these are some of the additions, or you can say that these are some of not mapping with the expected COs. COs not mapping with content, not mapping with COs. Like that also you can give the suggestions, but they are expecting that all faculty should actively involve, have a dialogue with experts or with BOS member, with dean academics. Okay? Then next is second 2.2 is teaching learning process. Yes. Now here teaching learning process is again, it should be defined and it is expected that all should know that. Generally they will say that you will get the calendar, then you do it. So make a flow chart. It is expected that you should display flow chart in the department and clearly define the process of curriculum implementation. Means how execution is going on. What is the first step? The first step you know very well that you will get the academic calendar loosely defined by university. What is the next step at institute level? Then you will say that institute prepares the institute academic calendar considering central level programs. Then what is the third step? Then these institute calendar referred in the department and department add their department specific activities, visits, guests, lectures and all these things. After that what happens? After that your load distribution starts. When it starts, and if they should be expecting this policy document, you will say these all because it's a structured mechanism and all having more than 2-3 years experience or based on that you can defend it. But they will ask you what is the policy. How you do the load distribution. Then after that what you do. So course file. How you will complete the course file. Then they expect content of the course file. Then next, okay, content is similar. Who will map the quality of course file? Then whether IQAC is involved or not. Or program assessment committee is verifying that file or not. Like that, there should be a policy document. So if you don't have now, you start preparing that policy document or you refer from good colleges, policy document, refine it as per your requirement. You cannot copy it as per their, they have prepared as per their requirement. So it is not straightforward, you can implement in your institute. Your institute having some locational advantage, disadvantage. Based on that, you have to add or delete some parameters. But that policy document they will expect over here in the first steps. Clear? So if you do that, then all these files come in NBA 8, 9, 16, 30 and an institute level I5 and I6. So that will cover your 25 marks. Okay. Then if these documents you already prepared in NAC. Qualitative criteria 1 and criteria 6. Just to transfer it. Only confirm that the objective is fulfilled or not. Okay. Then next, quality of internal semester question papers, assignments and evaluation. Again this 20 marks. Now what is expected here? Again you will say in semester question paper they have given. And then how you will ensure that. So for that purpose, again you should have internal quality assurance. Then you have to give your assignments. You have to set the quiz and ensure that the quality parameters you have achieved. Okay. So these options they have given here. Assignments, class tests, mid-semesters. So don't only depend on in-sem which university is taking. Because 20 marks is only not for COPO mapping. They are expecting that beyond that what you are doing it and the quality of that assignments is there or not. Another important, it is expected that for advanced learner you should have a different assignments. If not, then you check it and prepare accordingly. Slow learners, some different assignments. Do color coding, don't demark that, don't write that slow learner. So you should have a color codations and then accordingly they will refer it and follow that. Okay. So in this way you have to do it so that you will keep in file number 10 of program. Then content which if you map with NAC then 1.1 and 1.5.1 1. The next, quality of student projects. Now this is more weightage, 25 marks weightage is there, and project, they are expecting project based learning. And university also, they have given in the curriculum mini projects, major projects. Apart from that, faculty has a choice to give in the team some of the assignments or some curriculum you can complete it through this project also. And again, in project COPO mapping, then Bloom's level, that is essential, that you have to define it. Assessment criteria, that you have to define it and ensure that you are implementing it. Okay. So quality of the project, again NBA file number 11 is there, and if you go for the NAC, quantitative 3.1. Similarly, initiatives related to industry interaction, yes, then internship. So here weightage is very high. If you compare NBA committee and NAC committee, NBA is interested only in faculty and placement. Least bother about infrastructure, least bother about other support systems. If you prove that this is the enrollment, so enrollment ratio, again they know that enrollment is there. We say that it is all the admissions carried out by Director of Technical Education Mumbai. So there is no chance to do any malpractice. Whatever institute level quota is there, that you can fill up. So they are aware about all this. So for enrollment, they are less bother about it. Just they will see the list and they will accept it, acknowledge it. Now the questions start from faculty. So therefore, maximum weightage faculty. So through the faculty, they will evaluate the support system effectiveness and their efficiency. These are the two important points they will evaluate during these 2 days visit. After that, they will go for the placement and they will ensure 100% student placement document they get. So if you are not collecting the documents, start preparing documents right now. As and when student report to the department, report to the institute for any compliance or any work, collect the documents. They will ask you appointment order, which is duly in that appointment order. They are expecting the nature of appointment. They are expecting how much salary is there. If not, at least I-card. If not, at least salary slip. But some valid document you should have. You have to produce. Then and then only they will consider. 90% cases they will not consider the offer letter. In my case, I have produced, shown them offer letter. They say that offer letter is not acceptable. You have to submit joining letter, something which is after the offer they have joined over there. So therefore, don't rely on only offer letters. You go ahead and collect your other documents. Similarly, internship. The next is establish the correlation between courses and PO/PSO. This we have discussed very well in morning session. So here everybody they will take it. If you see the minute-to-minute program, first day, first 45 minutes, around 9:15 to 45 minutes. 10 o'clock they will complete principal presentation. 10:30, max 11 they will start departmental visits, means departmental presentation, HOD presentation. You will get 45 minutes, and after 11 to 12:15, for 1.5 hours, they will do interaction with the faculty. And when interaction starts, they are least bothered about documentation. They will take your course file. First, they will see your credentials, appointment order, when you have joined, which course you have taught, and then they will ask the course file, and then they will start discussing on only COP or PSO. Therefore, you also start making habit. Now, henceforth, you interact with the students as well as among the faculty with respect to CO, PO, PSO, and POs, so that your confidence will get boosted. And how the mapping takes place, what the changes required in morning section I have given from my university point of view. In your university, what sort of changes required and how you can do the mapping. Do the reverse engineering for this batch, because it is considered a batch. Since now, suppose this year 2023-24 is there. If you consider 2023-24, then this 23-24 when they are admitted in first year, that will be your first assessment, first year COPO mapping. Then second year, then third year, then final year. इसका मतलब है कि आपके अभी जो फाइनल ईयर के बच्चे हैं उनका फर्स्ट ईयर का कर सकते हैं, सेकंड ईयर कर सकते हैं, थर्ड ईयर तक आप कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं. सो यू ओनली करके छोड़ना नहीं है, बिकॉज यू हैव टू डू द मैपिंग इम्प्रूवमेंट. Criteria 7 they have clearly mentioned continuous improvement. So if you want marks in continuous improvement, then you have to show the teaching learning process. If teaching learning is there, improvement shows that teaching learning marks you will get it. Otherwise, there is no improvement and you have done everything, then they will not give the teaching learning process marks. Okay, so therefore they are not expecting mechanism, they are expecting outcome of the system. So if outcome they observe, they will be happy. Okay, and you have to do also your documentation, your analysis outcome based. So you have a time now, you consider this batch, find out in first year what is the performance, in second year what changes you have done, in third year what changes, identify the weaknesses and show the corrective actions right now. Okay, so in this way you have to do that. 20 marks. And next criteria 3.2 attainment of the courses, 50 marks. Again, how to do the attainment, that we have discussed it. Then attainment of program outcomes and program specific outcomes, that also we have discussed. So 120 marks weightage is there. So this 120 marks is in your individual faculties. And again, if 2-3 faculties have not done, then also final PO attainment get hampered. So therefore, individual faculty, you have to contribute, you have to involve in this and ensure that the attainment level of their CO get at the highest level. The next is student performance. Yes, for student performance, again standard procedure is there, enrollment, DT, then success ratio. Now this is very important. Now success ratio, you have two options. One, they have gone 2 ways. One is when student admitted at that time without fail, how much students completed their graduation in due course of time. Okay, no backlog is there. And with backlog is there. So here maximum problem starts arising. Result for final year, all colleges is more than 90%, no doubt about that. But that 90% result, based on that, they will not give the mark. They will see that enrollment, then result of students without a ticket and with a ticket. So this you have to do it very seriously and find out how you can improve it. Okay. So for all clear, you don't have a choice. But in second case, with a ticket, as well as all clear, you make the policy document and say that we will do the result analysis after final year, once in a year, instead of semester. So that first semester, some subject backlog, they can solve, clear there in second semester and you will find that overall results. So instead of doing result analysis semester wise, you can do year wise, so you will get more results. The next is criteria for student performance, professional activities. Yes, professional activities and training and placement, higher education and internship. Again, this is a very important here. Maximum students or institute lose the marks. Motivate the students to appear for GMAT, GATE, all examinations. Because if they clear, you will get the marks. Then promote them for higher educations. Your ratio must come to 90%. Unemployability rate you have to show as low as possible. So accordingly you have to manage and be ready. Okay. So if you map with NAC, then it is in quantitative criteria 5.2.1, which will cover your NVA file 13, 21 and I7. Professional activities, yes, professional societies are there in the department. You have to take membership, form the students and do the activities. And whenever you are doing activities, distributing certificates, use the logo or use the name of that professional society under which you are doing that programs. It's mandatory. You don't have choice over there. If you are not registered, register it right now. Okay. Then coming to the next criteria 5. This is very important, right? Means if you have scored out of 1,650 marks, they are expecting. Okay. But your marks in criteria 5 is not 40%. Means 80 marks. If you don't get the marks 80 in criteria 5, though you have scored more than 650 marks, you will not get MBA. So to get the MBA, only important is criteria 5, where you have to score more than 80 marks. Now, if you want to score more than 80 marks, then again important is SFR, which you are maintaining, student faculty ratio. Based on that, you are getting the marks. It's mathematical calculation. No need, they will just verify your date of joining, then appointment letter, then your salary, and they collect the feedbacks from students and ensure that. Okay. The next faculty cadre ratio, again 1:2, 2:6 is standard, how much they are getting. But now this time NBA has given relaxation, at least one professor or one PhD, associate level professor. Associate professor is required in the department so that you are eligible for the NBA activities. Okay, so this faculty cadre ratio is very important as far as mark is concerned, overall passing is concerned. Then faculty qualification, yes, faculty qualification is also important. They have 25 marks weight, then faculty retention 25. So here, if previous all 4 criteria, you will find less than 10 marks, 15 marks, 20 marks. If you see here, all the heads, minimum 25, 25, 25, 20, maximum weightage is there. And in that maximum, they have given marks to faculty, qualification, retention, cadre ratio, and innovation. Morning, Ahuja sir has given this a lot of information about innovations. What is expected from the teachers. Now this all criteria you already covered in your NAC also, so you can come check the NAC documents and accordingly modify it. Okay. Then research and development, yes, academic research and sponsored research. Again here they are expecting research grant from either university, UGC, AICT. Okay, so at least you submit the proposal. You start making habit to submit the proposal so that you can say that as our institute is not accredited by NBA, you are not getting the funds, but we have attempted at our level. Okay, so in this way they have seen the documents in our case also. You have submitted, okay, now give us, we will be eligible. Like that you can defend it. Ultimately, you have to discuss with the experts. These are the experts, very friendly because you are spending time 2 days with them. Morning, first day after 11:30 to next day evening till 5:30. They are with only you, so you have very good friendly relations with them, and you justify that why you lose the marks, or you can demand also, sir, these marks we want because we have done these efforts. Ultimately, it's simply you have declared SFR. They are just verifying. At the time of doing that, your interpretation is somewhere deviating. That also they may consider. In first cycle, they will always consider your excuse. In second cycle, they are expecting something higher level. Okay. So accordingly, you complete it and ensure that you will get more than 80 marks. So make the target of 120 marks, then you will come to the 80 marks. The next criteria, 5 development activities, consultancy, faculty performance appraisal. So this is very important. If you see that highest weightage is given performance appraisal. 25, 30 marks they have given to this. Now performance appraisal, in that implementation and effectiveness. Now 360-degree performance appraisal is there. I think every year you are submitting it, and based on that evaluation will be going on, and You have to show that improvement in the performance appraisal. Okay? Then visiting faculty, if you are, they are expecting that around 20% faculty you should call from affiliating autonomous or research or industry. From these all areas you can take the adjunct faculty, and some of the course you taught through the adjunct faculties. Now next criteria 6 comes facility and technical support. Now this facility and technical support, absolutely there is no problem. You have a laboratory as the institute is affiliated and again approved by AICT, it's mandatory. You should have 6 labs, so many computers, so many books, okay, so many classrooms, tutorials, library, language lab. Now what they are expecting during the visit, how much you are using it. In the lab, what you are using, up to what extent, what is the utility of that lab. Beyond syllabus, which equipments you have kept in the lab, which projects available in your lab. So right now you start making the planning, some of the projects you map with your lab and keep in your lab as an outcome of that students from this lab. Okay, if possible, try to bring some industry sponsored lab, something sponsored by the industries, because you one fine day you cannot do this. It's a slow and continuous gradual process. So if you start thinking in that direction, over the period you will start making the collecting the marks. Okay. Now facilitate then project laboratories there. Yes, another important point is project laboratory. Now AICT has made compulsory, out of 10 labs they have reduced to 6 labs, and one workshop is there. Workshop for mechanical and civil, and workshop for computer, electrical and ENTC. So that workshop to do the students or to prepare the students their project for competitions and all. Apart from that, in the department you have to provide some space where students come together, they will do some projects, and some minimum facility you have to provide for them, so that in the departmental project they can do it, okay, and showcase their talent, use the infrastructure. So this is very essential, because 10 marks, 5 marks are there. Then next is safety and all. So this is available. Okay. Then criteria 7. This is very important as far as NBA is concerned. Continuous improvement. You are showing, means getting here 50 marks, but actually this will decide your previous all marks. Criteria 2, 3. The marks of criteria 2, 3, they will decide in this. If you will fail over here, they will not believe on what you have delivered in criteria 2, criteria 3. So therefore, do first what is current batch, where it is, previous map it, what efforts you have taken, and then find out that this improvement we have done. So like that, batch wise start making separation. In criteria 1 what I have did, criteria 2 what I have did. So improvement in all levels. Okay. So if you go this evaluation, if you refer this evaluation guidelines, then first point comes, they have given action taken, okay, for PO and PSO. So what we have in first session say, PO number 6 not attempt. So they will confirm that whether you have taken action or not. And after that, they will check with that batch of students. So if it is pass out, then okay, but through alumni also they will verify, or regular batch also they will verify that. They will ask the students which subject of, they will say that XYZ subject. What is the result? Immediately student will say that this. Then they will verify that for that faculty they will call and they will confirm that what efforts you have taken. Then you should be ready to why result is low, then what efforts you have taken, or some whatever justification is there, you have to keep your justification ready. So only doing the result analysis is not expected. Along with the result analysis, you have to prepare around 200 words justification note. If your result is excellent, then also you have to keep justification note. If it is less than justification with action taken plan. Okay. So in that way you should be ready. Then next, yes, audit and all these improvement points they have clearly given. So go through the improvement points and complete it. Next criteria is criteria 8 first year academics. In the first year academics, yeah, it's very important that sharing faculty. So they will not give 1:1 credit. Please keep in mind. Some of the faculty, say mathematics faculty, taking their load in the second year, or civil department faculty, they will take load in the first year applied mechanics, or your electrical department take basic electrical or electronics like that. So their credit 1:1 you will not get in the department. Those are faculty of the department, they will lose their credit, and those teaching to the in the department, mathematics faculty, again they will lose it. Only physics faculty 1:1, chemistry 1:1, then communication 1:1. Rest of the faculty is changing, and whenever you are calculating SFR, you have to take into consideration. This is very essential point which you have to note it. Otherwise, regular you are dividing and finding the student faculty ratio. That way they will not do it. They will find out partial faculty, and in that case your SFR ratio increases and you will lose the marks. So this point you have to note in criteria 8 first year. Rest qualification, faculty performance, ये आपको तो मालूम है, इसमें कुछ ज़्यादा बात करने की जरूरत नहीं. The next, attainment of the course, again CO attainment also required. Then program attainment. Okay, so as far as first year is concerned, it's easy relatively. Limited subjects, limited courses, and initial level of PO attainment. Whenever you go for second year, third year, final year, the expectation of attainment level of POCO is high. Now next criteria 9 is there. In that criteria 9, student support system. In student support system, these are the points. Monitoring system, I think GFM facility आपकी यहाँ भी रहेगी. So keep the record very thoroughly. And individual faculty should make or keep your case studies. This faculty, this subject, student failed. After that, I have taken remedial lecture. Now his result is passed. So keep the ready exact individual faculty this documentation. They will definitely ask how you are doing it. And generally, all colleges having GFM facility, they will say that we will guide, we will do the counseling. Then they will ask you counseling at what level, academic level or personal level. If academic level, how you can map it, what is the achievements. So these type of questions, and mentally prepare that you have to interact with experts minimum 40 to 45 minutes. Because in the department 60 intake, maximum 9 people. Second year 3, third year 3, final year 3. 9 उसमें से HOD चला जाता है. Then departmental MBA coordinator चला जाता है. तो बचे कितने लोग? 7. जो भी प्रेशर है 7 लोग के ऊपर आता है. Total courses how much? 7. Every semester you have taught at least 2 subjects. If you have 3 years experience, mean how many subjects? Every semester 2 means yearly 4. 4 is 12. 12 का mapping करना है और define करना है. And in very short time, quickly they will ask the question and confuse you a lot. So make the habit or arrange debate session in the department. Continuous call externals, do the debate, subject experts. In that you will get confidence level, how to defend it. But it is essential, and without that they will not accept. Okay. So this student support system, then feedback mechanism, yes, self-learning. I think self-learning mode you have also, you are using ARP model. How you are giving facility to the self-learning students? How you motivate? Moodle is there. So you make, then you register your YouTube channel, and whatever your notes are there, everything is there, or prepare your short clips and put on the digital media. Okay. Ensure that self-learning mode, that marks, these are easy marks, you will get it, that you can score it. Okay. Then co-curricular activities, extracurricular activities. So 10 mark weightage is there. Now you can see here how much, only 2 files mapping, I8 and P23. If you go for this NAC, how many points are mapping? previous up to 7th, 8th criteria. The mapping of NAC qualitative and quantitative with NBA is limited. So observing this, you will find to know that student support system at place is not or not available or not. They will verify rigorously in NAC. And in NBA they will verify that delivery of teaching learning process, effectiveness of teaching learning process, attainment of CO with PO and PSO is going on or not. They are least bothered about other support systems. Okay. Then next criteria, last 10, that is governance, institutional support and financial resources. 120 marks. Again here 40 marks weightage is given for organization, governance and transparency. So in the everywhere they will ask, individual faculty they will ask, they want to map with transparency. How you can justify transparency? Then you have to show that yes, we show the question answer paper to the students, interact with. Then we collect the feedback and after feedback, some suggestion for some change in the marks is there, we do it. So in that way, we keep the transparency. Then in attendance, the grievance is always there. ये faculty ने attendance नहीं लगाया, वो faculty ने नहीं लगाया. How you are keeping the transparency? So there should be ERP model, or there should be some mechanism which will ensure that when present, when attendance will be shown to the students. That transparency in continuous assessment. You are given each experiment 10 marks. So how you are giving 10 marks? What are the criteria? Then that criteria is shown to the student or not. And take the signature. If you have not taken the signature, they are expecting that signature of student is required. Faculty don't give only marks. They have to write why you have lose 2 marks. Suppose 5 marks weightage is there. Then 2 marks, and out of 5 you have 3 marks. Then 2 marks where you lose it. That 2 marks remark you have to write on that answer sheet or in the continuous assessment sheet. Up to that level they are expecting and they are asking questions. And individual faculty has to defend. So therefore you cannot do copying. Simply things, do it as per the guidelines, evaluation guidelines given to you, and you say that because of my presence, I in NBA in the department, I will give 380 marks. If you see 360 degree performance appraisal, so individual faculty almost 380 to 400 mark weightage is there. Means 780 में से 400 marks आपके हाथ में, more than 50% marks of individuals. So up to that level, if micro level, if you prepared your course by and ready with this, then it's not difficult task to clear the NBA. Okay. Similarly, finance, related to finance, all account, balance sheet and all that principle and your accounting will handle it. Governance, yes, how much power given to the faculty. If not given, you just have a dialogue with your principal and make decentralization very clear. So that HOD should do their at the level say 5,000 up to 5,000. Faculty can do up to 1,000 rupees. He will bring the books and submit to the library and he will collect the money. No prior permission is required. Like that governance mechanism also they will verify. Okay. So in this way you have to prepare yourself for the NBA from NAC. Okay. Last, library and internet. Again, library requirement is standard. They are expecting usage of library. Please ensure that all faculty should go in the library or make the mechanism that attendance in the library. You can attend library. Okay. So that mapping is essential. And thank you very much. Now this is your first question. If my NAC is there from NBA, how you differentiate? So concluding remark is NAC and NBA is same. 1,000 mark, only 3 criteria is different. Deviation is what? CO, PO, PSO mapping. Okay. Maximum involvement of faculty, more emphasis on teaching learning process, attainment of COs and achieve attainment of PO and PSOs. That is you will find in your NBA. Rest is almost same. Clear? Okay. Then next point is a target. how to set the target. Okay, this is any doubt on this? इसमें किसी को doubt है?
हां
नेक्स्ट
कंपॅरिझन काय सांगितलं आपण
हां गायडन्स अँड कंपॅरिझन झालं
झालं ना
हो
आता कोर्स फाईल कंटेंट सी ओ पी ओ जस्टिफिकेट टार्गेट वरती 2 नंबर
Now the next point is how to set the target. This again general guideline. Again I am saying that NBA and NAC they have given freedom to the institute. Proper evaluation guideline is there. You have to prepare based on that. Objective is they have clearly defined. You have to prepare your self-assessment report and what you have declared from your end. They will just confirm that accordingly you are doing or not. So it's very simple method. Now target setting point.
If enrollment number student does not clear backlog in stipulated period time.
If student does not, another good point is what one student fails, supposing first year student fails, so that will not be considered for the performance evaluation. वो student बाहर ही निकल जाता है. So इसका मतलब है second year में fail हो गया. So in second year your enrollment is 72. Okay, 60 intake and 10% extra, so 66. Okay. And EWS, PFWS something like a max 70, 72, not more than that. Suppose in fourth semester your result is 80%. इसका मतलब है 20% student fail हो गए. Once you fail year down, so that much count will be automatically reduced, and that mark is come under success index. Finally, from that 72 students, how much students completed their graduation without ATKT, how much, and with ATKT, how much? Those fail, that fail students will count is not considered for calculation purpose.
Thank you, sir.
So in that case, how will indicate how will map the performance indicator in that case?
Performance indicator means they are expecting that ki performance indicator of with ATKT and without it. They have given formula ki how if with ATKT what is the process, how to do the calculation, without ATKT how to do the calculations. The number of students finally those who have completed their graduation in stipulated period will be the final number. Say 72 में से 12 60 पास हो गए तो 12 फेल हो गए तो 60 आपका डिनोमिनेटर फैक्टर आ गया. 60 में से ऑल क्लियर कितने हो गए, दैट विल गिव सम मार्क्स, एंड 60 में से विद एक्टिविटी कितने क्लियर हो गए. ओके, सो वो तो उधर मार्क मिल ही जाएगा. एंड ऑल दिस मार्क्स थ्रू सॉफ्टवेयर कैलकुलेटेड. यू हैव टू जस्ट काउंट इट. They will verify the ledger. Again, result analysis. They will go through the ledger. They will give you one student. They will say that show me first year result, second year result, third year up to final year. One student, one case. Okay. So you should prepare from your end in the department. Every batch 10% students. Some students with backlog. Some students all clear. So identify that and prepare that ready sheet. Okay, which will depend your GFM also. Then coming to the next point is related to how to set the target. Now when you are setting the target, this we already discussed in the morning session. Okay, Bloom's level. Now what we did, now 6 levels are there. Okay, so what we have done, remember we call it arc, different colors, different and symbolic representations. Understanding for you, apply for AP. Okay, then analyze for A and evaluate for E and creating for C. Okay. Now next step what we did, PO given by AICT. Is it correct? We don't have means that autonomy or freedom. Now in PO number 1, suppose PO number 1 engineering knowledge. So in the PO number 1 Bloom's level only apply level, correct? In PO number 2 problem analysis, what they have done, which keywords they have used? Identify, number 1, formulate, number 2, analysis. So how many Bloom's level? 3 Bloom's level. Similarly PO number 3 design or development of solutions. उसमें कितने हैं? Designing and appropriateness है. So C and E. Similarly conduction, investigating complex problem. Now in that again use है, analysis है, interpretation of data है. So 3. So what we can do it that POs and Bloom's level you do the mapping and you will come to know that PO number 1 at apply level, PO number 2 at 3 levels, PO number 3 2 levels, PO number 4 3 level, again 5 3 level, again 6 2, like that you complete the exercise. This is first step. Then next, once you have completed this, then you are already given COs. ये तो CO आपको already दी है university में. You have already curriculum. Then here 12 POs you already defined. Then in that 12 POs, Bloom's levels, yes, apply that Bloom's levels, all Bloom's levels, and go ahead to remembering level, lifelong learning. Then understanding, yes, PO 7, PO 10. Okay, so similarly you go on mapping it. For analyzing level, how much, evaluating level, how much, creating level. How you can do it? CO6 is already with you based on course content. Course content given by university. CO is also given by the university. Earlier we have discussed the course you have to do the classification at Bloom's level. Once you do the classification at Bloom's level, you will arrive to this chart. Okay, according to the CO, which POs mapping at which level. So this is very important point which you have to do it. Then once you complete this, similarly you have already defined PSOs. PSO generally 2 करना है, मैंने 3 भी किया था. Then we finally conclude that doing 3 is very difficult, mapping and all, and again we have re-change it and come to 2 only. For same phenomena you have to use for PS also. Okay. Then once you complete for PSO, this structure, one subject we have taken all semester, okay. Then this is the topic planning, lesson plan you have done it. Now in the lesson plan, say 7 lectures you are planning. In that 7 lectures, what I said, Bloom's level, all 6 levels we shown here. And according to the levels, you have to find out the how much hours you have given it, okay. And then find out totals, means for completion of this topic, unit number 1, I will require 7 lectures. Out of that 7 lectures, 2 lectures I will spend on remembering, 2 lectures I will spend on understanding, 2 on apply, and evaluation 4 lectures. Whereas critical level is not present in unit number 1, so 0. Like that, every time curriculum with Bloom's level with number of lectures. Because term is already defined, number of hours is already defined, and in that hours you have to do it. So do that in that way. Similarly, do it for all the units. In our case, 5 units. So we have done for 5 units, all Bloom's levels. Unit wise how much lectures you can find here, or level wise you already find out. Okay. So total expected is for 5 unit 56. Then find out percentage weightage. So if you will see here, for entire course 100%, if I want to complete the course, then for remembering 10% weightage, for understanding 18% weightage, 23 this, okay, critical level. Find out that percentage weightage. Once you find out that percentage weightage, then come to course outcome. Again here 6 outcomes, levels and COs. Okay. So according to that you form the COs. ये जिसको CO नहीं है उसके लिए, ठीक है? How you get the CO? From this you develop the COs. आपको 6 CO जो मिला है, कैसे मिला है? उसका reverse engineering they have not shown. They have given COs and immediately they have given below that course and immediately outcome. So behind that, this in that way they have done it. Now this part is over. Important guideline given by AICTE. You go on AICTE exam reformation policy. Earlier policy was mark oriented. Now policy is attainment level. CO oriented, outcome based education. OBE. So OBE evaluation. So in 2018 manual, page number 15, they have clearly given competency level and performance indicators. Now, your program outcome 1, say PO1. PO1, they have given competency 1, 2, 3. And in competency performance indicators, again 1, 2, 3. And you have to do this assessment through these many modes. That CA1 examination, CA2, mid, end semester, assignments, any mode. Mode of assessment is up to you. And they will ask in the exam, your teachers. If this is the condition, then this manual, this also they have clearly given. You don't have to think it. They have given, say, PO number 1, competency they are expecting at 4 level. What are that 4 level? 1, demonstrate competency in manufacturing, mathematical modeling. Number 2, demonstrate competency in basic science. Number 3, engineering fundamentals. Number 4, special engineering knowledge to the program. So 4 level PO number 1 evaluation is there. How you can check that indicator level? So for indicator they have given again sub points. Okay. So take this into reference. And similarly, you find out for PO1 what is the availability. If you see your course content, in the course content, whether demonstration of competency in mathematical modeling is present or not. नहीं है तो आप बोल दो नहीं है. फिर basic science नहीं है तो बोल दो नहीं है. Now engineering fundamental, yes, it is present. So you have written curriculum here. What is present? Here this is present. Similarly, competency nahi hai. So this indicate that what is for your course PO number 1 expected is only how much percentage? 1 by 4 means 25%. Is it correct? 25%. And you are giving 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 by 3 is 33%. मीन्स आप इसका वेटेज कितना डालेंगे? स्टैंडर्ड वेटेज 0 to 32 1, 32 to 66, 65 say 2, and 66 onwards 3. Is it correct? So if you are doing it, how much weightage you are getting for your course? 25%, which is in between 0 to 32. So how much standard level you have to mark in your target? 1. आप टारगेट में अप्रोक्सीमेटली उधर 2 लिख दिया तो आप फंस जाएंगे. हाउ यू डिफाइन 2? क्योंकि 2 लिख दिया तो इसका मतलब है दे आर एक्सपेक्टिंग समवेयर बेसिक साइंसेस में भी उसका कंटेंट होना चाहिए, देन मैथमेटिकल मॉडलिंग होना चाहिए या इंजीनियरिंग नॉलेज होना चाहिए. आप बोलेंगे करिकुलम में तो ओनली इंजीनियरिंग फंडामेंटल्स है. डू यू गेटिंग? और in the curriculum only engineering fundamental is existing. So performance indicator में 25% weightage है, तो इसका मतलब उसकी लेवल आइडियली 1 है, तो आप 2 देंगे तो आप बच जाएंगे. Is it correct? So in this way, for each course you have to find out the target. For each course you have to find out the target for PO1. Similarly, you go for PO2. This is not given by me. It is given by AICTE. AICTE in 2018 outcome based education they have published that manual, and they are expecting that now henceforth all the institutes should deliver teaching learning process outcome based. Okay, so in that case again criteria PO number 2 क्या है? Problem analysis, correct? So competency कितने expect कर रहे हैं? 4 level पे. हर एक competency में indicative parameter कितने हैं? So that also they have given. For example, demonstrate an ability to identify and formulate complex engineering problem. Okay. Second one, what they are, formulate solution, plan and methodology for analysis of engineering problem. Next, formulate and interpret the model, and the last, process, solution for the process and result analysis. Again, what you will go ahead. Again, you will see in the your curriculum. In the curriculum, you will find that what are the performance indicating parameters. So you will find that out of 4, इसमें नहीं है मेरा, इसमें नहीं है, ये 2 मैच हो रहा है. Is it correct? So 4 में से 2 हो रहा है. So 2 by 4, 50%. 50% means now PO number 2 for that course target how much you will keep. Now you cannot keep 1. Now how much you will keep? You will keep 2. So this justification they will ask. Why 2? Why not 1? Why 3? Why 2? Like that they will do the debate. So for that purpose, all the faculty should go for 2018 model, and for your course, first you set your target. Do the analysis at Bloom's level, convert it and set the target. So this is my target. This is my responsibility. That PO number 2 through this course I have to attend at level 2. PO number 1 at level 1. Like that all 12 POs and 2 PSOs you have to do it and set the target before starting of the semester. That is called load distribution. Load distribution जैसे ही होगा, you will start preparing your course file. Before preparation of the course file, do that course content analysis on Bloom's level and PI indicators, which will give you first target before starting of the semester. Correct? And then you just verify with seniors anything wrong, or just take the opinion from your BOS member, subject experts, and complete it. Correct? So this is PO number 2, PO 3 same hai. Again this is given by NCT. Then we have confirmed PO 5. Correct? PO 5 के लिए क्या है करिस कोर्स में. Then PO 6 सब रिपीट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. I think you are, it's self-explanatory. Just you download 2018 mod AICTE exam information manual, go on it and put your course content over there, find out the percentage and set the target. After setting the target, actual calculation morning section we have already discussed. Right? I think that will complete it from my side. Okay. Any questions?
Sir, multiple POs and multiple competence level.
Multiple.
POs and multiple competence level दिलेले आहे. 7 POs आहेत. 7 POs ला प्रत्येक competence level वेगळी आहे.
Oh, बरोबर.
मला तर subject
कॅमेऱ्याच्या समोर.
Subject.
subject ला
अरे
target
वा.
check करायचे.
तेच सांगितलं की सर. Actually, take the example of this now. Let us go with this. Individual and teamwork. Okay. Individual and teamwork. Your course content, something is there. Then what is the AICT says? Competency through how you can measure PO number 9 attain at 3 level competence. So they are saying that 9.1 demonstrate an ability to form a team and define a role of each member. Okay, so you can form that. The next, demonstrate effective individuals and team operations, communications, problem solving, conflict solutions and leaderships. And number 3, demonstrate success in the team based on the project. These 3 competencies you have to measure at the scale of 1 to 3. Okay. Then for that indicating parameters they have given respectively. Suppose I want to verify say 9.1. 9.1 I want to verify indicating parameter क्या है? Recognize a variety of working and